One day at work, I was having a bad day and acted unusually rude to a coworker. She accidentally knocked something off my desk, which wasn't a big deal, but I was inconsiderate in my reaction. The next day, I met with a new client who was extremely rude and difficult. But since it was an important contract, I had to sit through it and handle the situation. A day later, I apologized to my coworker and made amends. Soon after, I was reassigned to a new contract with a much more pleasant client. At the time, I was unaware of the law of attraction, but this experience perfectly illustrates how like attracts like. Imagine missing your bus or train to work and arriving late. You might walk to the office feeling frustrated, replaying conversations in your head, worrying about how your boss or colleagues will react, and stressing over deadlines. The more negative energy you focus on these small misfortunes, the more negativity you attract into your life. However, this principle applies just as strongly to positive energy. Think about a night out with friends when everyone is in a great mood. The energy bounces between you, creating an unforgettable, carefree experience. This happens because everyone is on the same positive frequency. The same can be said for weddings, where people gather to celebrate love, or concerts and festivals, where the atmosphere is electric with excitement. These events generate such a strong concentration of positive vibrations that it becomes almost impossible not to align with them. Music plays a significant role in this, as it literally sends frequencies into the universe, enhancing the overall energy. When it comes to maintaining positive and negative vibrations, the best thing you can do is become aware of your thoughts and recognize the kind of energy you are projecting. Personally, I struggled not only with identifying whether my thoughts were positive or negative, but also with keeping track of them. My mind felt like a blur, constantly jumping from one thought to another without a clear sense of direction. It wasn't until I started journaling and writing down my thoughts that I gained clarity. By documenting my thoughts throughout the day, I was able to see whether I was putting positive or negative energy into the world. This is why keeping a daily record of your thoughts is so important. It helps you understand what is truly occupying your mind. If you notice recurring negative thoughts, find ways to shift their frequency. Otherwise, you won't be able to make meaningful changes in your life. At the same time, make sure to record positive thoughts focused on your goals and aspirations so that you can see where your mindset is headed. The law of attraction states that positive vibrations attract positivity. Keeping this in mind is essential if you want to make this principle work in your favor. But how can you ensure that your positive energy is strong enough? One way is to surround yourself with things and people that uplift you. There are likely many things you have an emotional connection to: a favorite song, a place that reminds you of a happy memory, a movie that brings you joy, or a gift from a loved one. These are some of the best tools for boosting your positivity. Another powerful method is practicing gratitude, which is one of the simplest ways to raise your vibrations. Meditation can also be helpful in clearing out negative thoughts and emotions that lower your frequency. It is through these positive vibrations that you will attract success into your life. This isn't just about financial or professional success, but also about drawing in people and experiences that contribute to your happiness and well-being. By consistently channeling positive energy into all aspects of your life, or raising your negative vibrations, you can create incredible changes. Physically, you will feel better, leading you to take better care of yourself, eat healthier, and exercise more. Mentally, you will experience the joy of success and happiness. You will feel more at peace, sleep better, and manage stress more effectively. When you shift your focus from what is wrong in your life to what is good, life begins to work in your favor. Of course, negative vibrations also exist because the universe requires balance. They are a natural part of life, but understanding them allows you to take control of your energy and shift towards a more positive mindset. Negative vibrations are not necessarily a bad thing. Using my previous example, you might lose your job and feel sad about it. You may even feel afraid because you are uncertain about what the future holds. These feelings are understandable, but they carry negative vibrations. If you constantly focus on these emotions and repeatedly tell yourself that you are afraid of the future, you will remain in a state of anxiety. However, these vibrations are not inherently bad because they can also motivate, inspire, and push you toward making a positive change in your life, turning negative vibrations into positive ones. This is the balance. Negative vibrations become problematic when they consume your life or take over certain aspects of it. Unfortunately, in today's world, negative vibrations are incredibly easy to come across due to our vast access to information. The internet has made it possible for people to put their negative thoughts into the universe, even if they don't personally know anyone who shares their experiences. For example, if you go on Twitter to complain about something, the very act of writing or reading a negative tweet or comment sends negative energy into the world. By affirming those thoughts in writing, you reinforce them in your reality. The more you affirm these negative ideas, the more they become part of your world, keeping you stuck in a cycle of negativity. The more energy you feed into these vibrations, the stronger they become. The media, particularly the news, is a major source of negativity because it primarily focuses on bad events. Media outlets, especially those that thrive on drama, gossip, speculation, and negative stories, flood the world with negative energy. This energy connects with people who already harbor similar emotions, creating a cycle that perpetuates itself. You have likely felt the negativity that the media emits, especially if you frequently watch the news or browse online. But media and the internet are not the only sources of negative energy. People who live with negative vibrations will pass them on to you if you stay in close contact with them. If you are in a toxic relationship with a partner who mistreats you, their energy can intensify the negative energy within you. If you work in a toxic environment where people treat each other poorly and burnout is common, that setting will affect your own energy field. Certain places and objects can also hold negative energy. A church where a loved one is buried or a gift from a toxic friend can carry emotional weight that affects you if you allow it. Everyone is constantly sending out energy, whether positive or negative, through their thoughts, words, and actions. This is how the law of attraction works. Whatever you focus on is what you will manifest. You cannot send out positive vibrations if your mind is not centered on positivity, and the same applies to negative energy. If you are unaware of your negative energy and allow it to go unchecked, you won't be able to do anything about it. To master the balance of vibrations, you must focus on affirming the positive energy in your life, at least in the areas you want to improve. Recognizing negative energy and using it as a foundation for change is key. This process is not easy. You may have deeply rooted negative thoughts that have been lingering in your subconscious. Recently, I realized that I have been holding on to a lot of negativity about my weight. I often tell myself that I am unhappy with my weight and that I am gaining weight. This only reinforces that train of thought. The language I use to describe my body affirms this belief, and according to the law of attraction, I become what I believe. Negative thoughts are often so powerful because people have been conditioned to think a certain way about specific aspects of their lives. For example, many people believe they should hate their jobs rather than simply recognizing that they dislike certain aspects of them. If you work in an environment where everyone has a toxic mindset, low vibrations will thrive, making everyone miserable and attracting negativity into other areas of their lives. The key is to keep an open mind and identify where negative energy exists in your life. Instead of allowing it to become your main focus, feeding it more time and energy, or surrounding yourself with it, acknowledge it and shift your mindset toward a more positive and affirming outcome. For instance, instead of waking up and telling yourself every day that you hate your job, break it down and identify what truly bothers you. Is it your boss? Your co-workers? A lack of responsibilities? Do you feel that your work has meaning or brings you satisfaction? Are you in the career you want? Are you being paid enough for what you do? Find the area of your life that holds negative energy and, at the same time, look for aspects of your job that bring positive vibrations. This process of identifying and breaking down your thoughts, and then redefining your focus toward what you want as a foundation for mastering the law of attraction. Look within yourself and examine your thoughts. Write them down and brainstorm. Some sources of negative vibrations can be direct. You may think negatively about your body image, finances, or relationships. You might spend too much time on the internet consuming information that promotes negativity. In some cases, you may generate negative vibrations internally through your actions, such as engaging in gossip or worrying about things that haven't even happened yet. You may have unresolved trauma that needs healing. or find yourself feeling anger, bitterness, or jealousy toward other aspects of life. These are all powerful ways to lower your vibrations. Taking the time to go through this process is crucial because many people are unaware of how deeply negative thoughts and emotions affect them, or how devastating their impact can be. Negative thoughts contribute to both tangible and intangible manifestations, such as poor health, business failures, toxic relationships, and mental health struggles. Negative vibrations affect both your physical and mental well-being. This is supported by science. The mind and body are inextricably connected, so it is no surprise a negative mental state can lead to physical issues such as pain, trouble sleeping, and headaches. This is why we often get sick when we are stressed or sad. The body reflects the mind. If you ever reach a point in your life where you feel that nothing good exists and everything is in chaos, it is likely because you have continuously absorbed negative energy in all areas of your life. This has steadily lowered your vibrations over time. And since like attracts like, you continue to draw on more negative energy. This is how you remain stuck in a downward spiral that seems never-ending. Scientifically, there is a clear difference between positive and negative energy. Feeding yourself with positive energy is like charging a battery, whereas exhausting yourself with negative energy is like draining it. If you deplete all your energy, you'll be left exhausted and unable to do anything. It is much easier to achieve what you want when you have a strong energy source. So be sure to keep your battery full. Additionally, when you're in a mentally drained and exhausted state, it becomes much harder to notice the good things happening in your life. Being happy and positive will feel like an overwhelming task, and you may miss out on opportunities simply because you aren't in the right state of mind to recognize them. Understanding how vibrations work is essential if you want to make the most of the law of attraction. Deliberate attraction, like the air you breathe, is an abundance available to you in all things. Your life is as good as you allow it to be. Abraham Hicks. Deliberate attraction refers to correctly applying the law of attraction to your life. Learning about the law of attraction is essential, but if you want to harness its power and begin shifting your life in the direction you desire, you must be intentional with your thoughts and actions. The truth is, the law of attraction is always at work in your life. The energy you put into the universe is the energy you receive in return, whether you do it intentionally or not. If you go through life without much thought, the energy you attract will fluctuate dramatically. However, if you are deliberate about what you send out, you become more intentional with the energy you receive and with your vibrational frequency. Imagine you are unhappy with your job and try to change that, whether by earning more money, getting a promotion, finding a job that makes you happy, or dealing with difficult coworkers and bosses. No matter the challenge, you're looking for a way out and a new mindset. As I mentioned earlier, there are several reasons why you might not be getting what you want from the law of attraction. It could be because you don't fully understand how it works, or you might be subconsciously blocking your own success with negative thought patterns. For example, let's say you're working on a project and find your coworkers incredibly frustrating because they aren't doing their part. This can make you feel bitter and pressure to take on more work, so the project turns out well. However, this bitterness toward your coworkers causes you to send resentful and frustrated vibrations into the universe. As a result, you'll likely experience an outcome that is equally frustrating and unsatisfactory. Another example is struggling with money. You're trying to make enough to pay your bills, save, and live comfortably. However, the way you approach your situation depends on the energy you're putting out. If you constantly say, "I don't have enough money, I'm always broke," then that is the energy you are sending to the universe, which keeps you trapped in a cycle where the same situation keeps repeating itself. This is exactly what happened to me when my business was failing. I kept telling myself how badly I needed money and how terrible my financial situation was. Because of the way I spoke about it, I remained stuck in that position. Once I made an effort to focus on my words and take control of my vibrations, working on my thought processes and replacing my worries with affirmations like, "I am in control of my financial situation. I am learning and improving," a real shift began to take place. The subconscious mind is incredibly powerful. It acts like a magnet, attracting the right things even when you aren't aware of it.